This is part 5 of Create an Animation in Scratch. In this segment, we will write the scripts that will create scenes 2.2 and scene 2.3. Let's take a look at our project plan to see what we're up to. In scene 2.2, we're still in the party room, and this is when the prince enters the party room and asks the princess, "Shall we dine, my dear?" 2.3 is simply her reply. Sing a duet with me instead. Ooh, looks like I missed a word there. Do you know any songs from Frozen? Alright, so we have a plan, 2.2 and 2.3. Let's build some code. Alright, Prince does the work in scene 2.2. So let's switch over to the prince's sprite, and we grab a when I receive block and set it to 2.2. Now he's going to be coming from off stage, and in scene 1 we learned that the left side of the stage is negative 240x. The right side of the stage is positive 240x. Now he's not showing right now. Let's get him to pop in there. If I tell him to start at 240, it's going to put the middle of his body on 240, and it'll look something like that. What I really want him to do is be completely off stage. So what I'll be doing is choosing an X that's much larger than 240 so that he's completely off stage when this scene starts. So to do that, I'm going to go to Motion Blocks, get a Go To block, and I'm going to put in X 360, and we'll leave him at Y negative 51. That'll put him right around here when he comes on. And then I want to tell the computer to show him, because in scene 2.1 we were hiding him. Okay, now let's build the loop that will move him on stage. So we go to Control, get a repeat until, go to the green operator section and get a less than, and in the right hand box type 100, and in the left hand box go to Sensing, the blue section, and find distance 2 and put that on the left side. Open the drop down menu and choose Princess. So what this will do is he'll move on stage until he's 100 steps away from the princess. So let's give him the motion block that will make this happen. Change X, oops, that's change Y. Change X by negative 10. Okay. Now is a good time to pause and discuss a potential problem that you might have with this particular loop. Okay, in my sample that you see here, the blue sprite is in the upper deck of the baseball field. Field sprite is down here at third base. Now, if he were the sprite number 2 entering from stage right in scene 2.2, he would be traveling across the stage area along this line. And the problem is he would never stop because he's too far away from the blue sprite. Let's take a closer look. The blue sprite is at Y73. The field sprite is at negative 52. It's a distance of 125 steps. And my equation only goes up to 100, which means that the field sprite will never be close to the blue one, which means he'll keep on moving. The solution is to put a larger number here. Okay, I would probably put 150 or 140 to make sure I got a good range there, or maybe even 200. So you may have to experiment with what number you put in here if your sprite keeps on running, because they're too far apart from each other for the loop to actually work properly. So check that out in the following steps and you will do great. Change X, oops, that's change Y. Change X by negative 10. Once he gets there, then he has something to say. So let's go to Looks, Say, and type our line in there. Shall we dine, my dear? And we'll let that run for 4 seconds. And then very important, at the end of his script, we need to broadcast the final event. But not with a wait block, just a regular broadcast. So we need to create a new message, scene 2.3. Okay. Everything looks good. Let's give it a try. From the top, we'll come up here and click flag. This is scene 1. He'll move off to the left now. Scene 2.1. Should do a little dance here. And now here's scene 2.2. The prince comes on. And we're almost there. Scene 2.3 is her reply to his question. So we'll switch over now to the princess. We'll get a when I receive block. Scene 2.3. She simply speaks her lines. Sing a duet, with me instead. And we're going to split those blocks up so our callouts aren't too large and too long to read, and the viewer has something to anticipate. Okay. Do you know any songs from, quotation mark there, Frozen? Question mark. And let's put some time on those so they're on screen long enough to see. And just to be on the safe side, if I'm going to be adding more scripts and characters and making changes to the story, I'm going to go ahead and put a show block in there to make sure that she is visible during scene 2.3. Even though I have one here in 2.1, it's not a bad idea to make sure that you tell the computer, hey, I need to see the princess. Okay, so that is everything in place. Let's go big screen and watch the show. There's scene 1. Scene 2.1. Scene 2.2 is coming up. And finally, 2.3. Alright, and that's the basics of creating animations in Scratch. The nice thing about using broadcast messages to control the scenes is that you do have an awful lot of control and can carefully build things in a sequence that will allow you to build some really fun stuff. So, build a cool animation, and thanks for your time.